Alright, guys. So, new news has come out. This shouldn't surprise anyone with a brain. Israel has now started to invade in force the occupied West Bank, particularly in Jenin, Tokarim, and the Farah refugee camp near Tubas. The claim is that they are targeting, quote, armed terrorists who posed a threat to security forces. I don't remember who. Someone made a public claim that they believe that Iran is looking to establish forces there to have like an Eastern Front against Israel. There's absolutely no evidence to support this. If it were true, it would not be difficult to provide evidence for it. Much like everything else we've been told by Israel, it's a lie. So, yet again, we're proving that Israel is not this poor nation that's like attacked on all sides by aggressors. They are the aggressor. They have been the aggressor for a very, very long time. At this point, you're a fucking moron if you believe otherwise. Like, the evidence is compiled to the point where you basically have to stick your fingers in your ears and go la 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 in order to not fucking face the reality. Yet we still have a large portion of the American government that pretend like they're the good guys. Obviously, they're paid off. They have much to gain by siding with Israel. Not to mention, we've got the extreme, like what we talked about on the last live stream, the both Christian and Jewish extremists who believe that this is all like a prelude to frickin' a religious prophecy that's more retardism. So they actively, for different reasons, want all of this to come about. So, for the people who have, since the very beginning, made retarded claims that they have the right to defend themselves after October the 7th, there's already been tons of evidence to basically shut you down. You won't acknowledge it because you're retarded, as I mentioned before, but we now have the West Bank, who is in no way, shape, or form associated with Hamas, who are actively enemies of Hamas, who's done nothing, who just wants to be left the fuck alone. And now they're making up bullshit to attack in what they themselves claim is the biggest invasion in over 20 years. I don't think they used the word invasion, but that's obviously what it is. No evidence to support any of their claims, as usual, because they're making it up. They're doing all the same fucked up shit that they've been doing in Gaza to the point where it's almost now not even news anymore. Like, people are so accustomed to it, they find out more information about the atrocities they've committed, and they're just like, oh, the usual. And then, of course, the retards will be like, they're the good guys. Wow. So, there's evidence to suggest that they've actually taken, like, healthcare workers and other people who have nothing to do with the military, and they have chained them up to, like, the rafters of the ceiling in, like, concentration camps, basically. And they're handcuffed to the chains, and they're just there dangling in diapers, according to the reports. Yeah, you can't defend this. Not as a semi-moral, sensible human being. It's fucking retarded. And it's probably going to get worse. And keep an eye on American politicians and how they react. and whether or not they even address it. The people who address this for what it is are the people who have not been bought off, are the people that actually give a shit about human rights and doing the right thing, so to speak. The ones who make excuses are the ones that you should be trying to throw out of government at all costs. They're paid for. They're corrupt. They're pieces of shit, for lack of better terminology. I've got to go to work, but I figured I'd throw in my 2 cents. It really should be obvious. The main reason why I throw it out is because it's not obvious to so many people. I don't know if it's like having the collective IQ of grapefruit, or they purposefully want to believe that we're the good guys and supporting the good guys, so it's like a defense mechanism, has nothing to do with IQ, combination of both, or if they just know and don't care because they're racist pieces of shit. Anyhow, thank you for your time.